G'day guys and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode 2 actually, of our new series in Voxel Tycoon. This is the SCM's Industrial Railway playthrough with trains only, so where we're using no trucks at all, just the trains, and not just any trains, we're using the trains only in SCM's Industrial Railway mod. Okay, so episode 1 saw us build this little beauty. I've got the game on pause at the moment. Yeah, let's just have a bit of a look around and a recap and see what's going on, and we'll get into the episode. So it's a big circular one-way network. Both of our trains are over here at the moment, and I'll talk about the changes to their configuration in a sec. One town over here requesting wood, and we're dropping off to here, which is nice. Another town over here with another stupid French name, Romand. And this one is requesting coal and ore, and we're getting him coal at the moment via this little network here. We'll talk about it in a little while. And of course we've got the wood over here. The train, one of those trains is dedicated to half wood there and half wood there, and at the moment it used to be 3 and 3. Just to let you know, I've just upped that wood train, so it's now 6 and 6. So that's pretty good. The carriages are pretty inexpensive. So I sent it back to depot, refit it, and it's off and running. The other train, I've maxed it out at about 100 meters, so that is all there, and it's, what is it, 98 meters? Yeah, well, I haven't, you can get them longer, but we're sticking to 100 meters for now because that's what fits in the platforms. Yeah, so coal, I just worked out one thing. Let's put the game off pause and just do this. I just want to test one thing firstly. So the very first thing is, if I place a bit of rail down, and we'll use the correct rail, the narrow gauge. If I put this bit of rail down, it's going to cost me, let's put it there, it's going to cost me 2,400, and I'm not paused at the moment. I then pause the game, delete it, and my refund is, not. So my refund is 735. Right, now if I've paused the game, and I do this, and I build the same piece of rail, and it's 24 again. we should not be doing, spending money on these thingos, and look at that. So the game has to be, there we go. So I didn't realize this, so I wanted to check it, but the game, you have to build on pause to enable to be able to get them back on pause as well. So that is interesting. Delete, just wasting all of the money there. Well, one of them we got a full refund. Now let's unpause the game and talk about what the mistake we made in episode 1 here. It's not too much of a mistake, and so basically this big main network is a circular network, and these little ones join off, so the train to provision it would come in here for coal. He's basically collecting from here, and he'll come down in here, and he goes on this two-way network, swings back into the loop, gets back in, drops it off. But then I forgot he'd have to go here and pick it all up. So we're going to make some adjustments to the network and bring him back in. We're also going to set off iron ore in this episode as well, and set all that up, and of course get researching some bigger pieces of rolling stock, because these trains are tiny and the carriages are tiny as well. So hopefully they can carry a few more than 3 and 4. So why don't you enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, let's kick off. So I was talking to Scailman as well, and he mentioned that he's also provisioning another train. I think another train that'll be in here to be able to unlock, and this one is a bit faster, so that'll be pretty good. It's a little bit faster than these guys because it is a big area. We're going to have multiple trains, and we don't have the networks of freight stations and at this stage warehouses. We don't have any of those draining money, but I think we still are draining. Just having these two being delivered, I think we're still draining, although I haven't had yet a successful drop off of these guys. So let's see how much that makes when it's a full load, bringing it in there. Coal at the moment is sitting at 364, pretty good price for coal. Well done. Now the mistake I made was when the coal wants to return to here, it has to go all the way around again. So let's fix that. We pause the game, go to rails, and grab the industrial narrow. Now I want to get him onto here, so he's going to come off here and swing straight into that, and I need it to look a little neat. That's pretty good, happy with that. Okay, so he's there, and then of course he's going to also be doing that to swing back in. So I think that would work. It would, yeah. So I'm going to get rid of this signal, and let's grab the signaling again using the industrial pre-signal, and I'm going to put him in here. I left the face cam off for this episode too, guys. As with probably all of my episodes, most are with face cam and occasionally without. You know, just haven't forgotten. Alright, here we go. So pre-signal there. This is a standard. Now this one has to become a pre, so we just look at that. You can place it straight over the top. Look at these beautiful signals. Oh, I kind of wish I was into 3D. Well, not into. I wish I was able to 3D model like that. That's pretty good. I think it's nice. I know it's kind of voxely and, you know, they're reasonably easy to make or whatever, but no, I think it's brilliant. I'm going to consider this one big intersection. So this guy, this signal here should do the job to get him right the way through. And then when they come through, there's that. So I'm going to put just the standard pre-signal in there. Saying come out of here, and of course now we've got one here, so this has to be, oh, it already is, little pre-signal, and that's cool. Now that pre-signal was there because I did test this little bit of track earlier on, little testing before recording. Okay, is the train made it there yet? I mean, I know we're on pause. I was going to say, I know the train's slow, but Jesus. Right. Okay, and at some stage we may double track these particular sections just from town to town. We may do all that, so that's cool. Okay, so that's all good. I've borrowed all the money as well. I just borrowed all the money because we're going to be building in this episode and doing things. So let's get this guy's provision first. Now he is in logistic network to that, so that's nice. We did that nicely. So let's think about this. So we have a spur line basically here, and he comes down to here, and then from here on in, he'll then need to make his way all the way across and into there. The thing we must remember is the very first thing we're going to be building when we get a factory going, the very first thing we're going to be doing is bringing coal and putting it with the iron ore. So I think we're probably going to want our iron ore factories around here, and I think we'll want our wood factories around here and then deliver it on. So I think I'm going to create myself a decent, the maximum size station anyway is this station. So I'm going to create another one of those about here, and yeah, we'll see. We might have all this as a nice little researchy industrial area, so we'll see about all that. Okay, spur line would be up here, and it's a shame because he's got to get to here, so this is interesting. I'm not sure about that. Now, do I stay with making him do this, or do I double track all this up and get this guy going so he's on the left, so we do it on this side and get this guy coming around to here? And I could do that, hang on, this is going this way, so I could do that, and then I could, hang on, he's on there, so I could get it into this. Now, if I do this all on pause, of course, we will be doing it all on pause, or building on pause. What I could do is I could move this entire network so it's across a bit, and so this double tracking comes along here, and then he can swing into this double track here, because the coal already does that, so we just have to make this network a little bit bigger. So I could do that, and all I'd need to do is provision rails here and across, and then of course we need the spur line anyway, so really it's rails here, or the option B is to stay with it and have him deliver into here and go on his little roundabout and then swing into it. I don't know what to do. I think I want to try, I think I want to stick with this one-way system for as long as I can, because that one-way system, just while we're thinking about this, let's unpause it, let this guy make his journey. Yeah, I think I want to stick with this one-way circular system for a little bit because it's not too far out the way and it's a bit unique, and it's a little bit of a unique playthrough, but I've got to watch that it isn't detrimental. Okay, now we don't want the trains to go up at all, so they need to be at this grade here. So let me see about this. Where do you need to be? So if we go here, we go to stations. Ooh, stations, passengers, industrial passenger stations. How nice. Industrial freight stations. Radio. Let's get the biggest mother we can. And in fact, you probably need to be the other way, but in fact, let's do it like this then. Can we spin him again? Yeah, we can. Good, good, good. All right, and we'll do this to 3 is the max, and 100 is the max. Okay, so he's there, and I could go here and just change those guys. Now I will have a, in fact, a better thing we should do is get our very first mine for this section. And that money is going down. Come on, how much are they making? The wood train is delivered half. I didn't check to see, but it's about to deliver. No, it's going to be a bit of time there. Is this guy, is he still on his first run? He might be. He might be. Okay, well, let's let him speed up. Let's both of these guys speed up. I hope this... yeah, I didn't really want him to do that. If he's doing that, there should be a pass-through. But that's all right. Okay, he's quick to load up. I'll tell you that much. He's very quick to load up, this guy. And he uses this. So the train signaling is nice. I mean, that isn't nice that they waited for each other. Nowhere near each other. Zoom in. Is everything good? Yep, 3 per. God, that's tiny. And even Scailman jumped on, put a comment on and said this is going to be a difficult playthrough. And what we don't want it to be difficult is that we're waiting forever. I mean, this is speed 3, yeah, so we're draining the money as this happens. Let me do this, go speed 1 and let him jump on, and we'll see him pull in and do his thing. Let's go down and see they're sort of waiting near the platform. Nice. It is quite nice, I like that. Here he is. Right. Oop. He's starting to... Come on, let's hear him. Okay, stop now. There it goes. Lovely. Zoom out. 14,000. Right, so even though he got 14,000, that's a nice little one. Now, the good thing about Mr. 14,000 there is that this guy's going to get supplied like there's no tomorrow, which is good. But it is a nice short route, so that is nice. So he'll be able to just keep doing that. Okay, nice. Right, Mr. Wood is taking ages, so the first thing we should do now is pause it and go mining facilities, and we get the iron mine at 67,000 Australian dollar. Now, starting with our newfound little thing where we don't have to be on the patch. Thank you, KOS, for this. Let's do it. Let's do it there. Yeah, let's do it there. Brilliant. Okay, and I want this next guy to drop down a bit. So let's put station, and let's go like this. I'm going to do it that way, but I need him to drop down, and he's going to be in range of this. So we can have it here, just have a nice little turnaround. Because really it needs to touch the first one, then we can use warehouses anyway, so that should be good. Yeah, I think that could be kind of cool. Okay, so if that's the case, how many does it need to come across? Let's use a block. So let's do the block there. Let's come in on this block here. Basically, it needs to be the whole thing. Yep, it needs to be this whole thing. That's not going to help. So let me try and do... let me do this. Leveling. No, let's eyeball this. See, 50,000 to do this. Okay. We sort of have to do it though, don't we? Let's see if that's enough in order for the game to provision this in the nice little spot. It is enough for him to go down. And if you go across halfway, it doesn't. Okay, so that's good. It touches. That would work. And then I can just worry about the... And that is down. Yeah, let's do that. Brilliant. Okay, so there's the nice little spur network. Now, let's get the pass-through going. We know there's going to be a roll-in situation, and we know that the pass-through would be on this side, and this will be the longest one. So let's do... let's see if I can do this like without building it up. Yep. Okay. And then... it's narrow railway, really, isn't it? Yeah. So I have to get rid of 2 across here anyway. Grab the 2. It's going to have to be 2, isn't it? Yep. It is going to have to be 2. Oh, sorry, touching the computer glass there. For now, so I want these guys to merge in and then do that. So can I do this? I suppose what we could do is just have a look at this and just try this out. I don't think that's going to be able to do that. No. So let me do this bit and say there's your pass back. Alright, that's nice. Now we need to connect these 2 tackers together, so we'll have to go out a bit and then spin it round. God. That's halfway. That is not symmetrical in any way, but the swing out is nice. I kind of like that. you know what? I like that. I think it's good. Yeah, it makes it work. We can cut everything back a bit later, so it's going to come in just to here. I will put these two guys next to each other, but quite a bit down, so because it will allow for some room for these guys. So we'll wait, allow a bit of room there, and then we'll do this, and then, ooh, not that though, we'll do this. Now it's interesting, these guys, because they have to be that distance. It does look further apart because they're a smaller rail, but that's the distance they need to be. Getting rid of this. Okay, we are on pause, yeah, brilliant. Okay, now the money's really dropping and we borrowed everything as well. Okay, so we're coming into here and we're going to there. And we're coming into here and we're going to, oop, we want it to be nice though, nice and cement. There we go, yeah. Brilliant, okay, cool. So, I think that kind of works. Everything else is kind of set up. Well, we may as well just signal this right away. So we go a pre-signal here. So there's already a signal there. We'll swap it to a pre-signal. Heading back in, we'll swap this guy to a pre-signal. And we will now put a block heading in the opposite direction there. And coming out of the intersection, we'll put a block in the coming out as well. So it's like that. Brilliant. I think that's nice. The only thing we could do if we wanted to, and we will, is yes, and then another one going this way. Yep, and then do the same here, that way and that way. That kind of, I always do that. Just shows that it's a nice little one-way roll-in, roll-out system. And now we can unpause the game because we built everything. Yeah. And we can start to go to depot and grab Vinalopo, our friend there, and then grab this iron ore. And we want, now let's see about this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and you are 91, 13 and 14. I know it's going to be ridiculously long, but I'm just going to do it. You're 105 meters, 122,000. That's fine because it leaves us some money for research, so that's nice. And now we go, what do? We go here. So we say please, because I want this to make some money. So we go here and we go load, full load please. And then we go next stop, dropping off to here at Romont, full unload at Romont. And we'll change some of these names. Can we change these names in a sec? I believe you can change names now. My game should be up to date, but I was trying to do it the other day and it wasn't working, so I'll have to see if I'm doing it all correctly. Train 3, iron ore to Romont. Yep. Right, so he is now going to take this route across, isn't he? He's going to come out. Yep, and then come back to there instead of us double tracking this. That's a decision we made, and we're going to live by that. Okay, now that's 3 trains on the network, and they're all quite big relatively for the playthrough. So that is all good. I'm happy with that. Now you're really waiting because why are you waiting? Because I didn't put many more block sections in here. So I'll start to provision up, I think I'll start to, now that we've got a little bit of money there, I'll start to provision up these things, the extra tracks, and bring them in, because the whole idea is that, you know, this train can roar into here, start loading up. We want the next one to come straight in behind him and start loading up as well. That's the whole idea of this triple track system. And then a pass through there, because we've got this one-way system, I need a pass through as well. Now, because of the way it's set up, I don't think the pass-through is going to be, if there's an available platform, I think they'll use the available platform. However, the pass-through might help us if 3 trains were loading up and nothing was available. It might then say, well, I personally think the way it works is they'll then say, do you know what? No, we'll load up and then we'll wait, and then we'll wait for an available platform. This guy's got 21. He's just taken everything there. He's got 21. How's this guy? So he needs to get, because really he's got, what is it, 14 times 3? Is that 42? Is that 32? 14 times 3? I think it's 42, but I don't know. I can't do algebra, so... and so yep, and look, he's got about 40, he's got exactly 43 there, so that is kind of nice. 43, yep, that's good. Okay, Mr. Coalman's doing well. How's this guy? Has he been oversupplied yet? Is he carrying on? No, but he's gone from awful to bad, so that's good. His supply rate is 26%. Lovely. And I like to see how much this guy makes. So the coal price was ooh, it's just dropped £20, $20 to 344. The iron ore is 350, and that's per sortie. We get 350 times 3, so it's 1,000 times 14. So he's going to get about 15,000 for his little run there, but it's going to take a bit of time. But doubling one of those trains, I'm not going to do it, but doubling up a train, that's where we're probably going to start making some money, is having these multiple trains. And then what we'll start doing is doing exactly 100 meters in between, or as close as we can. We might pause it, see how much the 100 meter section is, or even 120, give ourselves a buffer, and then start putting in the block signals close so that the trains always keep moving. Because look at these two, they're moving here. This could fit 2 trains, but only 1 would be allowed in that block. Well, we're gonna make sure that it's all kind of nice. But this is good because both trains are moving, and if the blocks were too big, this train here would be stop-start. The second train behind him would be stop-start. The pass-through here might be good on the left to come in, and I think the train would know. Well, let's see. Let's see the interaction here, actually. We're on speed 1, so this will be grindingly slow. There you can see here, this train has to wait because of the size of the block. So I'm going to go and make some block adjustments shortly. Let's see how much this wood takes per half load. 6,500, so that's nice. Price is there. It's come down a bit because it's not good, but we'll start to look at some of the size of the blocks because that guy was waiting there. Okay, where's Mr. Coalman? Is he... Oh, that is Mr. Coleman. That is Mr. Iron Ore. Yep, lovely. Okay, so we did that. The next thing we want to do is look at research. Right, labs. So we're going to have to put one of these tackers down. Now, the first thing we'd like to research is probably going to be rolling stock to get more than 3. Now, I know they're not going to take much more, but I think they'll take some more than 3. And I can also put passengers in, but I'm not sure about passengers at the moment. And I'm actually not sure about passengers because in this mod, I saw the passengers in the thumbnails and in the workshop. I saw the passenger, it's all ready to go. And of course, if you're taking passengers by train, there's no buses. It's just trains between these three cities. Now that is kind of cool, but I couldn't see where you could get the passengers because in the depot you can go here, but then I don't believe you can put on a passenger train. So I think what we might have to do inside this research, there might be something about the passenger carriage. So let's put it down. Now I'm going to put it here because I think the first thing we'll be doing is researching this. So I'm going to put it in range of this guy and say all our research has to come out to here. But it might be wood that we need. And in fact, if we do this on pause, we can move this research station. It's cheeky as all hell, but we can put it here, drop off what we need. We can even put ourselves in a warehouse, and then once they are done, we can pick them both up on pause and we can stick them over here. So I'm going to try and do everything fairly cost effective. So I'll put this guy in here on pause. We can move him and let's start to see what we want. Okay, the very first thing we'll do is, let's see, industrial diesel engines. Ooh, here we go, Scailman, you've sorted us out. Right, well, we are going to need to do the manufacturing anyway. How much is that going to cost? 108,000. We've got 220. I mean, are we making any money at this stage? I can unpause the game, because we're not building. Let's see the money come in. We'll have to see. We're on 220. Let's see if we go up. Might even have to go on speed 3. Now these guys here could be good because he is 25 kilometers an hour. He's faster. This guy here is 25. He's a Navia class 25 and he's 25 k's an hour. I'm sure that's coincidence. This is class 25. This is class 25. Are they just different colors? I think they are. And then this guy here is a hopper car. And a hopper car is taking 5 units per. Now he's 11,000, but yeah, this is good. We can start to, that's gonna be what we need. Okay, we need to do this. Look at him, he needs iron ore. So I think no one's asking for stuff at the moment. So I think we're gonna pick this guy up. So we'll pause and we'll delete and we go. Was I on pause? Did I place this on pause? Sorry, am I going mental here? Why is the refund a 37? 37,000. Right. I'm going to leave him there. Now, I have to go and check the footage, but maybe I wasn't on pause. After all of the carry on I just mentioned, I've built it not on pause, but I'm sure I did. I'm absolutely bang on positive that that's exactly what I did. So, my mum. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. So backup plan. Well, that all went pear-shaped. That little theory. We'll leave that guy there, and we'll put another one here. Because spending 135,000, we've only got that, and we borrowed everything. Yeah, spending another 135,000 sounds exactly like what I'd like to do. Brilliant. But we need to research that. 125,000. Now I'm on pause. Yeah. Okay. Let's test the theory. I'm on pause. And I'm putting it here. Let's put him there. Just because, right? He's on pause. And I'm unpausing the game now. Let the guys go round. There they go. There they go. Where are they, by the way? Mr. Woodman. He's doing his thing. Okay. Now, how fast is he going, though? Next wood route. He's going 25 km an hour, so that's good. And he's not even slowing down on the corners, so that's nice. How fast is this stacker going? 25 as well. That's nice as well. Now we repause the game. We go to demolish. 37,000. 28,000. 13,000. 28,000. It's not doing the full refund on pause. Shift. What's this greedy mode? Shift. Control. Oh, yeah, for delete. Yep, so small and then large delete. Oh, yeah, precise and greedy. Oh, that's cool. Precise and greedy mode. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. But what? Whoa. Okay, it's not doing the refund on pause anymore. Okay, that's fine. But is it fine? Is there something wrong? If you know, can you let me know? Why? Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, brilliant. So laboratory, and what we want to do is simply start this one here. I mean, for fuck's sake. Okay, so you need to be getting 275 of those, 182 of those. Brilliant. We haven't even got that. Okay, so you're off and running. So you've got access to this. But the thing is, that's going to start draining, and when he comes down here, so that's going to drain that, but it'll produce again. But then as the thingo comes in, the train comes in, it'll clear all that out. But then I think we've got enough to produce, so I don't think we need to be taking a warehouse in there at the moment. So that is going to be fine. So we're doing that, and we'll see how he goes. Oh god. Okay, so that's going to take a bit of time. Radio, it's going to be fine. God, he's still look at the speed of this. Yeah, this is going to cost us. This is going to cost us some money, isn't it? How much are we making? Are we worth anything? We are not. We're not worth a brass razoo at the moment. That's fine. Okay, so let me see if I can change the name of these towns. Nope. Can I do that? No. What if I can I change the name of this? Headquarters. I can change the name of the company in case Scailman got fed up and said, right, don't call us that anymore. We're going to demerge. Radio. Well, I could be crazy here and go and research myself something else, and that will really drain the money. I really need to get myself See, second steam engine's nice, but we're not going to use those. Road. See, we won't be researching half of this stuff. We will be just going along and doing what they want. Now, if we do the industrial one, which we're getting, aha! So we get those, right? So we'll do that one. So now we then go along and do industrial diesel engines 2. And he would get us a Navia class. Speed goes from 25 to 28, so Navia class 30, and then a Navia class 30 helper. This is called a helper, I believe. It's cut off at the moment, but we'll see it. It's called a helper. So you put this guy on, and his speed is 28. I don't know. So basically, it doesn't have a cab in it. So I think you have to put it in with the other guy, but I don't know what that's going to do, because if the max speed is 28, wouldn't you just use one and it'll be fine? Let's see, 6 tons, 9 tons, so we'll see about that. Industrial diesel engines 3, let's have a look at it. And you would get a Navia class 50, speed is 30, brilliant. You got the helper class, so we're going to use them, definitely. And then you've got a box car. Now, what's a box car going to do? 5 tons. That might be for taking other products that are boxed up. And then a hopper car, which are taking 5 of each of those. I'm not sure why they're repeating themselves, because I believe they're already in here. Hopper car, 2 tons, taking 5 of each of those. So I don't know why that's there. So that's that one. And if we do, that's 3. Industrial engines 4. Let's have a look at this. 4, and then you have a look here. You've got the Navia class 75, speed 35. Then the industrial electric engines, and you've got this one looks brilliant, speed 55. We're definitely going to get to that. That's going to be brilliant. So that's that one. And how much? We don't know how much this is at the moment, so that's good. Let's get back down the train until we get to this. Now, we can go the other way, which is industrial passenger cars, and it's going to be here. And so we would basically say, look at that, with 12 passengers. That's going to be brilliant, because we've got 3 towns, and we're going to be bringing passengers around the 3 towns. So that's going to be good. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do before we end the episode is I'm going to put the game on speed 3, which is still going to look slow, and we're going to zoom out. In fact, no, let's put on speed 3 and have a look at 2 things. Firstly, let's observe and start to look at some of the blocks and see how the trains slow down and stuff. Secondly, let's also see if the money goes from 63 and heads downwards. But before I do this, and it's a bit crazy, but I'm going to just unpause. I'm just going to turn off this here, because I want a true representation of whether the network's making the money, and our money's going down or up. We're having interest payments as well, so we are on 59,600 or so. I've turned the research off, and we're now on speed 3. So let's watch it. Firstly, looking for those blocks, but secondly, to see how far down we go below 59 before we dip back up. And if we do dip back up, do we get ourselves any more money? Because this could just head down. I might have hit the crucial point here where it just heads downwards, and then I could run out of money, and that'll be the end of the playthrough. And we could have a restart in episode 3. How would that go? How would that go down? Is anyone going to bring some cash in? Yes, we went to 68 there. Vehicles unprofitable. Which one? Why? I don't see why that's the case in the last 30 days. I'm going to follow you. Let's keep an eye out for our friend there. So speed 3. The trains are... How many got there? We've got this guy here. He just does his. And the rest is the wood to both. And then this guy. So it's only 3 trains. See, later on, when I get those more powerful engines, I've simply got to go in here and sell the engine and swap it out for the other one. I can keep the rolling stock as it is. A bit later, I'm going to have to also go ahead and delete the... less iron ore. I'm going to have to also delete the rolling stock and upgrade those. So 86. Now we were at 59, we're on 86. We've got 3 trains. All are in action now, delivering to 4 points because the wood goes to 2. So now we're going to 99. Okay, now they've just got the iron ore. So I think that first guy I don't know why, but I think he went all the way around, took the outer network, didn't even stop there, went back. I don't think he picked up the iron ore. Yes, of course, because the first thing he did is he got out here and then he went all the way around. So he hadn't completed a first circuit yet. Okay, remember 69 was our starting point. It's not brilliant that we're at 75. We just went to 90, so that's good. So I know that because what I can do is when I got a bit of money, I can just double up this Mr. Coalman. Although he's showing excellent at the moment, and you know what? I think if we supply him like this, he's going to go to excellent and it'll grow and accept more. And if he does that, I can double the train. But I've got to be careful not to oversupply him. But I could double the train and then yeah, I could double the train and then just sell some of the thingos and make one slightly longer and one this longer and the next one slightly shorter. That could be good. Okay, so I'm just on speed 3 while we check all this. Let's see again. So we're on 69,000. We've gone up. We've got to the 100,000. That's about each of these trains are worth about 100,000 as well. So I could throw another one on the network. It's pretty good. We're at 98. We're getting another 6 here, so that's good. Okay, so we are making money. So I think I'll go back to speed 1 now, and I'll come back to my research laboratory and I'll put it on, and we are actually making the money. So that's all pretty nice. I think I'll wait to provision my next train. We'll do it at the start of episode 3. We will have made sure, I tell you what, I'll wait for this research to complete, and we'll see how it all goes. We've got to remember that the longer we keep the game playing, the inflation goes up. Now I've given myself a little inflation help from the start with the provisioning and the settings, but we have to remember that that inflation is going to go up and up. So when we want to go and buy our sand region or whatever it is out here, stone, at the moment it's 1.3. Now I want that to stay around that. I want to buy it for about 1.3 because at the moment thinking of getting 1.3 is a bit of a nightmare. But we must remember these are level 1 products. We haven't started making up the wood planks yet, and people are going to start asking for much better products than this. And we're not even ruling out the possibility of people, of businesses like this going bankrupt for the level 1 products and us just focusing on the other stuff. The level 2s, the planks, the beams, the iron ingots, and things like that. Okay, I think we're going to leave the episode here. This has been fairly productive. It doesn't look it, but it has. It has been productive, actually. It's been pretty good. It's going to be this sort of pace, I think. We'll try and keep it moving, though. I'm trying to make sure I have enough to do in the episode, and I'm trying to think about what I'm doing in the episode. Will I have enough to do, and will I have enough time to do it, and will I have enough money to do it? So let's see how we go. If you are watching and you also think that I did everything correct and I didn't get those 100% refunds, or I wasn't eligible for them, or I did something wrong, or if something's not right, can you put that in the comments and let me know? It could be a bug, but I don't think so. I'm not sure if I've just lost the plot on that one, but if you saw something amiss, let me know. If not, let's leave it, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voxel Tycoon, our SCM's Industrial Railway mod playthrough. Cheers!